Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. It took a minute for the reality to sink in, but once Sheila Carter Sharp, Kimberlyn Brown, actually believed that Luna Nozowa, Lisa Yamada, was her granddaughter, she was overcome with joy. All that this reformed version of Sheila wants is to have a family. Her biological son, John Finn Finnegan Tanner Novlin, stays away because his wife, Steffi Forrester, Jacqueline Massins Wood, demands that he do so. To learn that he has a not-so-long-lost biological daughter is music to Sheila's ears. The apple doesn't fall from the tree in this case. Luna was recently pardoned after killing two men who had worked for Sheila's husband, Deacon Sharp, Scene Cannon, and Sheila has a handful of murders under her belt as well. These two will probably understand each other better than anyone else ever can, and Sheila is thrilled to accept Luna as her beautiful flesh and blood. The difference between them now is that Sheila has spent the last few years on a seemingly successful redemption tour, and while Luna says that she has changed, we're going to need to see some proof. Sheila has already promised not to abandon Luna, so either they will help each other for the greater good, or they'll go down in flames together. The one person who isn't welcoming Luna with open arms is Deacon. He isn't even entertaining the idea of getting past the fact that she murdered Hollis and Tom Starr, Clint Howard, both of whom he considered close friends. When Sheila told him that Luna is her granddaughter, he immediately put his foot down, saying she had to choose either him or Luna, and he meant it. In that moment, Sheila reassured Deacon that he was her choice, but as soon as he went back to work and she met with Luna, it was obvious that she was not about to give up her relationship with her. It's not going to be as easy as she had hoped, but they will bond and make up for lost time. Once Deacon finds out that Sheila and Luna are building a relationship, and he will find out, his marriage to Sheila will be over. When Deacon actually sets a boundary, crossing it is an almost immediate deal-breaker. At that point, Sheila will likely seek comfort and maybe even move in with Luna. Deacon Sharp and Sheila Carter are two of the most controversial characters in the Bold and the Beautiful history. Their turbulent relationship, fraught with tension, betrayal, and secrets, has captivated audiences for years. While their chemistry has been undeniable, it has often been marked by dysfunction. In recent weeks, however, a new wrinkle in their tumultuous relationship has emerged: Sheila's mysterious connection to Luna. This storyline is said to have dramatic consequences for Deacon and Sheila, leading to a shocking split that fans won't see coming. In this extended analysis, we will delve deep into the current dynamics of Deacon and Sheila's relationship, explore the enigmatic Luna, and predict how these developments will lead to Deacon leaving Sheila. Let's examine how the complex world of the Bold and the Beautiful continues to keep viewers on the edge of their seats. The complex relationship between Deacon and Sheila. Deacon Sharp and Sheila Carter have always had a complicated relationship. Deacon, a former bad boy with a troubled past, has been known for his impulsive actions and relationships that often end in heartbreak. Sheila, on the other hand, is notorious for her deviousness, manipulation, and ruthlessness. Their attraction to one another is intense, but it's never been without its obstacles. At the beginning of their relationship, it seemed as though Deacon and Sheila were two sides of the same coin. Both characters had done things in the past that would keep anyone from trusting them, but they seemed to find solace in each other's company. Sheila, after all, had been isolated for many years, imprisoned by her own actions, and was desperate to find someone who understood her need for power, control, and love. Deacon, meanwhile, had found himself in situations where he wasn't quite able to maintain stable relationships, and Sheila, with her manipulative tendencies, could be the only one who truly got him. However, over time, their relationship has become increasingly strained. Sheila's violent tendencies, which have caused her to spiral out of control in the past, have continued to haunt her, while Deacon's ability to find redemption and change for the better has made him begin to question whether he can continue down the dark path with Sheila. The introduction of Luna, a new catalyst for change. While Deacon and Sheila's relationship has been a cornerstone of drama on The Bold and the Beautiful, a new player is about to make a splash in their lives. Luna, a mysterious character with a shadowy past, has recently entered the picture. Her connection to Sheila is still unclear, but what we do know is that Luna shares a deep bond with Sheila. Luna's arrival has set off a chain reaction of events that will not only change Sheila's behavior, but will also force Deacon to make some difficult decisions about his future. Luna is portrayed as a strong, enigmatic woman who doesn't let anything stand in her way. Unlike Sheila, who is driven by her emotions and a deep-seated need for power, Luna is more strategic and calculated. She doesn't make decisions lightly and seems to have a mysterious agenda of her own. Sheila is fascinated by Luna's composure and strength, and soon, they begin to form a powerful alliance that catches Deacon off guard. The nature of their relationship is unclear, but Luna's influence over Sheila becomes undeniable. Sheila, who has always been somewhat volatile, finds herself drawn to Luna's cool-headed demeanor and ability to manipulate situations from the shadows. As their partnership deepens, Sheila starts making decisions that are increasingly at odds with Deacon's desires and needs. For Deacon, seeing Sheila grow closer to Luna brings about feelings of jealousy and mistrust. He's always been the one to help Sheila through her darkest moments, but now he sees her turning to Luna for support in ways that he never expected. Deacon, whose heart still longs for a sense of normalcy and stability, becomes unsettled by Sheila's growing obsession with Luna and the mysterious ways she influences her decisions. Deacon's growing doubts. Deacon Sharp is a man who has spent much of his life seeking redemption. He's tried to atone for his past mistakes, and though it's been a long and difficult journey, he has begun to find solace in his relationships with people like Brooke Logan, his daughter Hope Spencer, and even his friends at El Giardino, the restaurant where he works. His life has been relatively calm, and though there's always the temptation to return to his old ways, Deacon has worked hard to keep his nose clean. However, Sheila's increasingly erratic behavior and her growing dependence on Luna forces Deacon to reevaluate everything he's worked for. At first, Deacon tries to ignore the unsettling changes in Sheila's behavior. He dismisses his concerns as overreacting. But as Sheila becomes more and more entrenched in her secretive dealings with Luna, Deacon finds himself feeling pushed to the sidelines of her life. He begins to question whether Sheila truly wants a life of redemption and whether she's driving him back into a world of manipulation and chaos. When Sheila begins making decisions without consulting Deacon, and when her loyalty to Luna appears to outweigh her loyalty to him, Deacon is forced to confront the painful truth. Sheila may never be able to escape her dark past, and she may never fully be able to offer him the kind of life he desires. Deacon, ever the realist, understands that Sheila's actions are not only harming him, but also threatening to unravel everything he's worked for. If Sheila continues to align herself with Luna, Deacon might have no choice but to walk away. Sheila's dark obsession with Luna. As the relationship between Sheila and Luna deepens, Sheila begins to exhibit signs of unhealthy obsession. She becomes fixated on Luna's ideas and philosophies, hanging on her every word, and even starts to push Deacon away in favor of spending more time with Luna. At first, Sheila's behavior is subtle. She makes small comments about how Luna's way of thinking resonates with her, and how Luna's experiences have shaped her own outlook on life. But soon it becomes clear that Sheila is no longer in control of her emotions, Luna is. Deacon, sensing the change in Sheila, begins to confront her about her newfound obsession. At first, Sheila tries to brush it off, claiming that Luna is just a friend and that nothing sinister is going on. But Deacon isn't fooled. He starts to question Sheila's motives, especially when he realizes that Luna's influence over Sheila has begun to push him further and further out of the picture. Deacon sees Luna as a threat, someone who is deliberately driving a wedge between him and Sheila. And while Sheila tries to convince him that she's still the woman he fell in love with, her actions speak louder than words. She starts taking Luna's advice over Deacon's, and it becomes clear that Luna holds more sway over Sheila than Deacon does. The breaking point. It's only a matter of time before the tension between Deacon and Sheila reaches a boiling point. As Sheila grows more entrenched in her relationship with Luna, Deacon's frustration mounts. He confronts Sheila in a heated argument, demanding that she choose between him and Luna. Sheila, whose emotions have become clouded by her obsession with Luna, refuses to make a choice. Deacon, heartbroken and disillusioned, realizes that he can no longer continue in this toxic relationship. He knows that Sheila will never fully change, and that her obsession with Luna is the final straw. In a shocking move, Deacon decides to leave Sheila for good, knowing that he deserves a better life than the one she can offer him. For Sheila, this is a devastating blow. She's never truly experienced love the way Deacon has tried to give it to her, and now she's lost the one person who could have helped her break free from her dark past. Her reliance on Luna, however, keeps her from fully processing the emotional fallout of Deacon's departure. Instead of reflecting on her actions, Sheila doubles down on her bond with Luna, convinced that she doesn't need anyone but her new confidant. The aftermath. Deacon's departure from Sheila will have far-reaching consequences for both characters. For Deacon, it marks a new chapter in his life, a chance to build something more stable and healthy, free from the chaos Sheila brings. He will lean on his support network, including Hope and Brooke, to move forward. But it's clear that Deacon's past with Sheila will never truly be behind him. There will always be lingering feelings and unresolved issues, and it will be interesting to see if Deacon finds new love, or if his past continues to haunt him. For Sheila, the loss of Deacon will trigger a spiral of self-destructive behavior. While she may initially try to convince herself that Luna is all she needs, the reality is that Sheila's relationship with Luna is built on manipulation, not genuine connection. Sheila may come to regret her decision to alienate Deacon, but by then it may be too late. The fallout from Deacon's departure will undoubtedly be explosive, and it will have lasting ramifications for the characters involved. Fans of The Bold and the Beautiful can expect intense drama, heartbreak, and emotional turmoil as these storylines unfold. Conclusion. Deacon Sharp's decision to leave Sheila Carter over her relationship with Luna will be one of the most significant turning points in The Bold and the Beautiful in the coming months. It marks the end of a tumultuous chapter for Deacon, who will now be forced to navigate life without the woman who has been both his lover and his tormentor. For Sheila, the consequences of her actions will be painful, and Luna's true intentions may eventually be revealed. Whatever the future holds, fans of The Bold and the Beautiful can expect plenty of drama, intrigue, and emotional twists as Deacon and Sheila's complicated love story takes a final, heart-wrenching turn. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our Bold and BAVTIFUL UPDAT YouTube channel for more update news.